We met at Starbucks to get our race wristbands. On the way out to the course, as I was riding behind everybody, I was thinking of that old brain teaser, "What doesn't belong here?" Hey cycling community, this is Steve Grusis, the Cycling Greek. I have not been coming out to these races because basically everyone or most everyone is too strong for me. I usually lose contact with them when they light it up the first climb, which is about a quarter mile into the race. One can say just keep at it, but for this 60-year-old guy, I would get better benefit doing the high intensity on my own. That being stated, there are things that I am missing out on by not doing this group practice race. When they changed the format, I tried it out, and I'm going to be back again next week. So, let's talk about that new format. Where previously it was a 5-lap race with Mark Tucker attacking and all the big dogs chasing after him and everyone else just being scattered, it is now a 2-lap race in which we have teams where the third or fourth person, depends on how they define it based on how many people show up, crosses the line, that's the time for the team. After that, there's a neutral lap, followed by a 3-lap individual race where Mark Tucker again can attack and all the big dogs chase after him. Today we had 12 people show up. Therefore we had 3 teams of 4 as designated by colored wristbands, in which the third person crossing the line was the time for the team. They had the 3 strongest riders be team captains, and then they each started picking people for the team, one at a time. I then had flashbacks of back when I was in elementary school and junior high, and in high school too, where I was always the last one to get picked. There was this one guy that showed up in a 3-wheeler. After a little thought, they picked me before him. We are now on that climb that I mentioned where I always get dropped on the first lap. And this time I'm not getting dropped. And that is not because I'm any stronger, it's because of the new format. I'm not like the big dogs, but I'm a lot closer to those that were picked third on their teams. They can't take a chance of losing them, which gives me a little more of a chance. Jumping ahead to the start of the second lap, you see the rider in front of me on the right and the Velo Kings with the yellow wristband? That's Esteban. The one on the left who also has a yellow wristband, the same as mine, is Gary. One of these guys is going to be third place. We have 2 more teammates. One in front of Gary, and he has been dubbed Wool Socks because he wears wool socks. He is easily the second strongest guy on our team. Our team leader is coming up on our right, and that is ride bike sprinter Nick Baird. Both Gary and Esteban, of course, are to be protected. On this course, Esteban would be the strongest one in my opinion. If it was a 200-mile race, then Gary would be stronger than anybody out here. Now, Esteban has slipped off to the left, and he is attacking. The question I immediately had was, is that a good move? The answer is, it depends. Now, if he's able to stay away, which is a low probability, then Wool Socks, being our second strongest rider, who is by far stronger than any of the third place riders on the other team, would be the eventual winner. If Esteban is caught and then dropped due to his effort, then Gary, our close fourth, would be the person that would set the time for us. We would then be in a slightly weaker position. Me, being the expendable guy, I had some work to do. I had to do whatever I appropriately could to slow the group down in order to give Esteban a little more of a chance. I was at least hoping he can get to the top of the climb before he was caught. That way the course wouldn't be as tough when they counterattacked him when they caught him. I was boxed in, but finally was able to sneak through, and unfortunately it was Mark that was at the front. So now I'm trying to go past him just to slow him down a little bit. He's not having any of it. As soon as he sees me on his peripheral, he accelerates, and now I'm on his wheel. I have to look for my next opportunity. And it looks like that opportunity is approaching, the 180-degree turn. I slow up just a little bit. I'm hoping everyone stays behind me while Mark gets some distance, catches up to Esteban, and works with him to stay away. No such luck. Mark's too smart for that. Tyler's right behind me, comes through, and everybody's right behind him. Tyler's looking back to make sure that his team's on his wheel, and in case Mark did pick it up, then he would pull everyone back up to Mark. In the meantime, Mark has slowed down so he can go find his teammates. He's hoping to get them in position to get ready for the finish. I, in the meantime, go back to the front in order to slow them down just a little bit. At this point, it's my belief that Esteban is going to be caught. If he is caught, I'm hoping he's caught after this climb. If he gets dropped on this climb, because of the effort he's put in, he may get dropped if they counter. This is a game of seconds, even fractions of a second. These guys aren't going to let me stay on the front very long. Now, I could tell you that I'm going to look for another opportunity to help Esteban, but that would be a lie, because now I just want to be able to survive this climb and survive to the finish with the rest of the group. Esteban is almost to the top. Now, there's a rider out there, but he's just riding along this on his own. Esteban's pretty strong, so he's not going to get dropped if he's countered. The question now changes to, did he use up so much energy that it's going to affect his sprint at the end? I won't know until much later because I'm getting dropped. Tyler, the vegan cyclist team, came in first. We came in second. Mark's team came in third. A neutral lap immediately followed to ensure that everybody reconnected. Then we went and started the 3-lap individual race. The first time up the climb was a bit muted, so that meant I get to hang with these guys. In the middle of the next lap, Mark attacked, a big attack, and then everybody started chasing after him. When we got to the climb again, I was off the back. This format benefited me. It gave me value. Like I said before, I'll be back again next week. I hope you enjoyed this video and you got something out of it. As always, remember, comment, like, subscribe. The Cycling Greek.